welcome. So today we are going to be going over my March budget. As I stated in my previous video, this month is a little different since I'm basically all caught up with my bills that I have on reserves in my checking account. So the breakdown that I'm going to be going over is basically my income, my expenses for this month, and then I'm going to be planning ahead for the month of April, as well as paying towards my car loan and also saving towards my 5K challenge that I'm trying to accomplish within the next 3 to 4 months. So if that's something that you'd be interested in watching, stay tuned. All right, so as you can see, I've already written out my budget for this month. This is a multiple step process for me, as I'm sure it is for many of you as well. Nothing is perfect and nothing is definite. So for what I typically do at the beginning of every month is just to estimate exactly what I believe my income will be for the month. As I stated also in my previous video, if this is the first time watching, welcome. But yeah, so what I do is I estimate what my income will be. I know that my salary is going to be fixed bi-weekly. However, when it comes to my commission, that varies. And I usually don't find out until about 2 days before I do get my commission check. So I'm just ballparking exactly what I think the taxes will be. I do live in New Jersey. However, my job is based out of New York. So it's a little complicated for me. I like to over anticipate exactly how much taxes are going to be taken out. So as it's listed here, I believe my income should be a little under $47,000. My total expenses, this is typically what I expect to spend using my cash envelope system, and that incorporates my groceries, any food that I may purchase, take out, as well as gas and beauty, and a little bit of fun money. So yeah, I anticipate those expenses to be about $850 for this month. My total 1 month ahead. So I did do a full breakdown of all of my upcoming bills for the month of April using my handy dandy iPad. I do use a budget sheet, but again, as I mentioned, I do multiple steps as far as what my budget is involved. So the details, about the total that is stated here is broken down based off of the totals and when they are due. So yeah, so that's where that figure comes from. So the amount remaining after my income, my expenses, and my 1 month ahead expenses for April is $404.38. Of that, I want to contribute $250 to put towards my car loan. I did refinance it, and I am now at $10,000 remaining. I am diligently trying to get this paid off by January of next year. So I am making my progress, and I'm hoping to hit my goal by then. Of that remaining, once all of my expenses are taken away from my income, I'm looking at about $154 remaining. But again, this can change depending on exactly what my commission works out to be. Another thing that I wanted to also mention is for the month of March, yes, I know there are only two bi-weeklies that I should anticipate. But since the first falls on a Friday, and that's when majority of my bills for my home come out, I'm also going to incorporate what that paycheck will be as well into this total. So I do get paid on the 4th as well as the 18th, and that's going to include my commission. And then I'm also going to get a paycheck on the 1st. So all of that incorporated is these 4 breakdowns here. Now, I will show you all how I do my bi-weekly breakdown, because this is just the overview for the month of March. But as I get paid bi-weekly, I want to be a zero-based I want to be on a zero-based budget, excuse me. So what I did here is I listed out exactly what my take-home pay is. It does not include the amount that automatically gets transferred over into my separate checking account. I have actually 3 different checking accounts. I have one for all of my bills. I have one for some of my spending. And then I also have a third that basically is taking care of a few taxes. So I like to keep it separate because it's easy to see, and it's even easier to manage. So yeah, as far as the biweekly pay from March 4th, that was for $1,114. And what I wanted to do was break down this paycheck based off of the expenses that I do have up and coming for April that I wanted to really just get ahead of. So my HOAs for the month of April totals $514. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break that down based off of 4 weeks. And this method, it works for me. It does seem confusing for some, especially when your paychecks are not as streamlined and clear cut. You have to find what works best for you. One person's method isn't as clear cut. Lord, I can't speak today. One person's budget is not as clear cut as someone else's. So you have to work out a rhythm. And, you know, this being the first time that I'm actually showing step by step my budgets, you know, they do change. So yeah, you got to find what works for you. You have to find a method that makes sense, and don't be afraid or feel any type of way if you have to try different ways. As you know, I kind of led into saying, like, over a year, I've been tweaking and doing different things and finding different methods. Should I do it for the month? Should I break it down just based off of my paycheck? I'm still going through the motions. So not everyone's, budget is going to be the same, obviously. So yeah, as far as my water and sewer, the total for April that I'm anticipating it to be is $200, and this actually I'm billed every quarter, so I want to be able to break that down for the course of the next 4 pays. So that's going to be $50. My homeowner's insurance, that also is a cost that comes around only once a year, and I close on April 15th. Shout out to me for adulting and being able to accomplish such a huge goal for myself. But with that comes costs. So yeah, my homeowner's insurance, I did not do a sinking fund for this. I am going to do better. I'm going to try and get that added into my system. But this go round, I'm, at least a month ahead. So that's going to be broken down over the course of 4 paychecks by $89. So I just put the total here, and now it's on to cash envelopes. So for the month, I anticipate that to be $400 for groceries, and I'm gonna do this twice this month. So that's gonna be $200 for this pay, and for takeout, I budgeted $50 for the month, so that's gonna be $25 from this paycheck as well, totaling $225. Now, when it comes to beauty, I work really hard. I work in a very high risk, high energy, stressful industry. So when it comes to my self-care and my beauty, I take that seriously, and I don't feel bad about it. So find what works for you. I know I've said it a million times, but don't feel bad for setting aside, your coins for your own sanity. If it wasn't for getting my nails done, sometimes getting massages, getting my lashes done, all work and no play is no bueno. So I like to budget it out for $250. It sounds insane. I live in Jersey. The price is going up, up, up. So yeah, I anticipate that to be, one of my higher expenses, but it is what it is, and I love it. So that's $250 I budgeted for the month of March. And what I'm gonna do is cash stuff $63 for this paycheck. My car loan, my goal every month, it sounds insane. Hopefully, you know, with the upcoming months and depending on my commissions, I'll be able to maintain $1,000, you know, budget that I could just throw towards my car loan. So for this pay, I'm gonna do $250. And I also have a 5K savings challenge that I started in January. So for this month, I will show you here. What I did was I just broke it down based off of, you can't really see it, but yeah, so this is 300 and this is 240. So since I'm filming this after I did my cash stuffing, I've already stuffed $300. So that's what's listed here. And the total for between beauty, car loan, and my savings challenge is $613. Of that remaining, I threw towards my credit card, which is $8. And after that, we are now at 0. So every dollar has a place for this paycheck. So if that was confusing, my apologies. I'll try to do better. I'm still trying to work out this setup with filming and everything like that. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Please like, subscribe, show some love to your girl. And that is the end of this video. See you next time.